Hello ladies and gentlemen and welcome to Offworld Trading Company. We're playing some multiplayer. We've got you, the wife of the dev, and Mr. Cubits, which is a name I'm sure I recognise, and Zurich. I'm just going to click play because I've already got them in the chat telling me to go. And I'm going to lose. I get beaten by the bots. And we've got you in the chat as well.
Levels of iron found.
Yep.
But
Hi.
I don't know how chatty she's going to be, whether she's going to be quiet and big plottering, or whether she's going to join in and talk.
Scientific colony
I will
found.
talk.
Low levels of carbon found.
I will talk.
Low levels of silicon
I'm
found.
just gonna go.
High levels of carbon found. High levels of aluminum found.
Crap.
Let's get those ships unloaded and see what we can use. This colony
you've gone
isn't going
scavenger.
to build
Scientific
itself.
colony
Yeah, I
found. Levels of
saw a
silicon
couple
found.
of places where I can go
Medium levels
scavenger.
of
I needed
found.
aluminium for that. So
that's 2 scavengers and 2 scientifics we've got in this campaign. Campaign match. No, even simple words I managed to mess up.
alright,
High
so
levels of
basically what I
water
do
found.
as soon as I found my
High
colony
levels of iron
is
found.
sell everything, like silicon, but keep the glass because I need it. I sell the iron, I sell everything, and I start buying more
Scientific
stuff so I
colony
can
expanded.
upgrade very quickly. Does that make sense?
Yes, that sounds very clever.
Well, that's experience.
Yep. When SMG did his invitational games, our first match was where I went out and it was with another player who hadn't been playing that much. And I've watched it back in the commentary from them. It's like, I can't believe what they're doing, but it was a very even match. It was quite fun still. It's just we had
market is online.
200 and something grand debt. It was more a case of who could become cheap enough to buy out than who could actually afford to upgrade.
It may not be
And
the
buy
prettiest
someone else
looking
out.
upgrade, but why is it a fishing?
So normally people are afraid when they start playing the game, bidding for claims and like being in debt. Most of the time, like for example, this claim that is showing right now, I would probably go 18,000, buy it. He's gonna go 18. I'm just gonna go ahead and pick 20 because I should have gone probably a higher handicap. Maybe because I played the game longer. But the game in general is a little bit difficult in the beginning, but not very difficult later on. I don't know if that makes sense.
Once you become accustomed to something, you start understanding the little eccentricities of the game. I must admit, there's a few times in my head, like when it comes to, say, electronics production, because you're dealing with the price of 3 different things, and, well, 4 different things if you include power, and then trying to work out with that price and the price that they're selling for, whether it be profitable or not. I know on the productions it gives you the little thing in the tooltip, current net revenue. But I should probably use that more, but my head sort of just goes to try to do the maths, which... Maths is a bad thing. Maths is complicated. Need more clay.
I panic sometimes when people start buying me and I do all sorts of wrongs by selling things that I need, things that I can't get my hands on later on. I've learned, people say, you're gonna pay a price for learning, and definitely playing with the good ones, I've learned my lesson. So if I start purchasing you, most of the time I do that. I did that with a Roomba many times.
Yep.
It's just to freak you out because I want you to sell something so you can drive the price of something I want to, lower. So just learn these tricks.
Well, myself,
I'm gonna do them.
Myself, I would go to, if even in real life your company's being bought out, selling everything and trying to get lots of liquid cash is a bad idea. You want to be investing, you want to be generating more money, at which point you become more... You've got to try and think a little bit more longer term than selling things. But I don't know how well that transfers to the game. I actually don't know. How would you defend your share price then if it was dropping down and people was buying you?
I would buy the person who's buying me.
That seems like a good enough idea, yeah. And
I buy them.
We'll have this
share
done,
price,
Jiffy.
if I own,
just
like,
need
say,
to locate some
half of
spare
you,
parts.
that adds towards my share price as well, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm. So if they do better, if you're investing in someone who's doing very well, you get money. Even if they get bought, you get the money back plus basically interest. So it's always a good idea to buy someone who's buying you right off the bat. And the best thing is for you to mouse over whatever building you're building to see if it's generating profit for you, we should turn it off. So,
I already have buildings which aren't making money.
yeah, turn them off. Turn them off, because then they'll drive the price of your basically your price down. It will be much easier for me to buy you. It'll become cheap.
I think that's one of the things that I've generally tried. So I've been told in the chat a few times, and it's trying to get it in my head. I'm like, well, no, I need steel to upgrade, but you could just not be running that and buy the steel cheaper than it would cost, but you're building it. Stop building it.
Makes sense.
Yeah. I get shouted at a lot from the chat, but being that whenever I play it's either recorded or streamed, then it's how I learn. The Twitch chat and the comments. They tell me when I'm doing something stupid, and eventually I learn how to do it better. Well,
right now what's generating money is probably you want to build some farms. They'll generate money. Power is generating money. Yeah, so basically you just want to make sure that you're building the right types of building. For me, it's always a little bit hard to know what those are, for sure.
It's trying to find all the information in the UI. If it got to the point where it was literally telling you, what's the best thing to build, then, well, we might as well be AI playing it.
Oh man, right now I'm having difficulty thinking what is generating the right amount of money. Right now it's a challenge for me. I'm turning back my reactor on because now I have like plus. Okay, back to minus. As soon as I turn it on, back to minus. Glass is not generating money either. Farms are. How are we doing on farms? Not much either. Okay, buy up some water. It's for $3 and $4. Well, now it's 10, 12 because I bought a bunch.
Water something. I think I'm the reason that's all cheap. I just sold a load, and that's why it went down to that price.
Oh, you sold your water.
Yeah, and I was trying to save up for a claim, which I now notice has just gone almost doubled in price.
Yeah, the water you sold, I bought.
Most likely.
I bought. I saw a profit in there. See, that's what happens when people start buying me. I freak out and I sell everything. Control shuts down, and that would drive the price of whatever they are in need of down.
Yep, that's something I learned just before SMG's tournament, and I think I definitely overused it. I just needed some money, and I'm like, instead of like selling like an individual thing, working out what was good to sell, I was just control shifting down everything.
Yeah.
It doesn't make for a good market.
That's the whole point. That's why they are, the smart players, because they're more experienced, they know what they're doing. I cannot say I'm smarter, I can just definitely say I've played a ton of 20,000. So there you go, that's 24,000. That's already a little bit too expensive for a claim, but it's not extremely expensive at this point. A good investment would definitely not be electronics, but would be like a farm or probably a farm.
Farm's already being built.
Yeah.
Scientific
probably the best thing. That's the only thing is generating a little bit of money. So right off the bat, I can say one thing. That later on, offworld market is necessary because the prices on world are not that important. I don't know if that makes sense.
I think only twice have I ever got to the point where offworld's been a possibility for me. I've either done that badly that I've not been able to get there, or done that well that I've won beforehand.
Is being bought.
Yeah.
And I'm very aggressively being bought right now. I'm going to go soon.
Well, it was nice playing with you.
Yep. Could stay around for another game, hopefully. But Mr. Cubit seems very adamant that he's going to buy me. And I don't even have the money to buy myself.
Your stock
it's
is
not
being
Cubit,
bought.
this is Cubit. But Cubit, there's one specific friend. His name is Cubit, and he's very good at the game. Very, very good. We have a good community.
Scientific colony
He's the one who wrote the guide, isn't he?
Mm-hmm. He wrote the guide.
Before SMG changed the way the tournament was going to be working, originally we also just followed in as we joined the tournament, and I was looking at the lineup. It was like, oh yeah, first time I'm going to have to play the guy who's written the book on it. Second person I'd have to play if I beat him was the guy everyone was saying was going to win. I'm like, yeah, I'm not going to do it. Ended up playing against another new person to the game and still didn't do anything. But it was fun.
When I first played the game, I was so frustrated. And I wasn't competitive. I was just like, trying to play a game and just, taking it easy. Now I feel like, oh, someone is buying you. You need to just go bomb him. I'm going to help you. I'm going to help you. I'm going to go and bomb Mr. Cubis for you. Here you go.
Scientific colony
I'm going to bomb him here. He's buying you, and you should buy up your stock a little bit, so it won't be too easy for him to buy you. Yeah, buy up one stock at least. Okay, you know what? I'm just gonna buy up your last stock, so he won't be too easy for him to buy you.
He was at 56% to buy me out.
Yeah, we're just gonna have to attack him. Let's just go attack him. It's totally unethical, you guys. I don't recommend you doing this at home, but Cubis is good. So, and we want Nick to stay in the game a little bit longer.
I can always go to Observer.
So,
still getting water in from my farms.
Online.
So I upgraded, and I'm just gonna go get a little bit of water before it gets too crazy. There's nothing specifically that's just generating a lot of money, and it's just a little bit of sad news here. Carbon is very cheap, so I'm not worried about carbon. I definitely want to go off-world, so I'm going to build a little bit of electronics. Maybe that will help me. If I build electronics, that would make it a little easier for me to go off-world.
Is electronics something that's worth a lot when you go off-world, then?
If you mouse over the off-world itself, it tells you that you need 100 electronics to go off-world. And then if you mouse over on the left, you just go over it, tell you like oxygen is worth off-world price 513, and fuel is worth 172. That's not much. And food is worth 594. So you want to build farms so you could use the farm to go off-world.
Yep, worth 10 times as much. But 50 grand to buy the off-world looks a little bit expensive to me.
So, Essie, where are you, Nick?
I'm
building on...
colony expanded.
Oh, somebody bought you right now.
Yep.
Well, they're losing money on you either way. So now I can build off-world. Can you observe the game?
I can do, yes. And he's literally, first thing he's done is turned off all my food. I was making money. Oh no, it's not now.
And I'm building an off-world, and I just boom squatted it, protect it. Cubis bought one share of me, and I'm just gonna go ahead and defend myself. So what I'll probably do is sell some items that I have, and try to buy him off. So right now I have an off-world coming up, and I will sell a whole bunch of food, and hopefully...
Oh, Mr. Cubis decided that my food hexagon wasn't worthwhile. He's changing it over to chemicals, it looks like.
Yes. Yeah. It's a good move. It's a good move, what he's done. Probably I'll just take that.
Chems.
Yeah, I just mutinied his water because I'm gonna need water, and the last thing he needs is more money right now. He has tons of it.
Yep.
There's no hate. There's no hate. Yeah, for sure. There's no hate here. It's just that I'm not gonna make it easier for him to buy me for sure.
If you're gonna black market anything, what I had as food in near my base is now chemicals, and his middle one's making 200 and something revenue.
The last thing he needs right now is more money.
Yeah,
right?
So he's making lots of money.
We don't like him. He's buying my stock, so I need to buy some of it. And what I'll do eventually is He bought most of my stock. He's gonna buy me too, but that's fine. Farms are for $9. I don't know if you noticed, but they are extremely cheap. Nothing that I can build right now will generate me any kind of money that I'd be proud of. Probably iron. I need some iron. They're high iron, some of them? Yeah, I need more clay.
Is the sort of snowball effect of like the first person who buys someone out, is it often that they end up being the one that wins? I know I've seen from the multiplayer campaign sometimes it can backfire buying someone out, you know, in the very late stage of it, but early on, if you can buy someone out, is it overly powerful?
I don't know how to answer that. Buying someone out could be generally not good. I don't know. I feel like always buying someone out is a good thing.
Yeah.
Because you can always repurpose. He just bought me. You can always repurpose their tile. You can always repurpose their tile.
As he did with me. My little food thing is now making all chems. And it makes a lot more money making chems. Oh no, it was making more money making chems. He just had to turn it all off. It's now losing money.
My farm is not losing money. I was just like busy talking basically, and I removed a lot of buildings and I did not replace them. But I was just gonna try and go and get iron. I don't know if you see the iron is for 132. Even though that I'm scavenger, I don't need iron. If
but it's worth that much. It's worthwhile.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. When I tuned into your stream earlier, I told you get into silicon because silicon quarry would generate you just pure money. You don't need it for one specific thing, but it's just like be making you money. You can sell that and just buy anything you want.
So, do the quarries and mines use power?
Yes, they do a little bit of power, but the thing is, if power is really very cheap, it's not a problem. Because the price, whenever you sell one silicon or 10 things of silicon, you're making about 200 basically bucks. And the silicon was very expensive. But right now, 146 for iron, that's just really a lot of money. There you go.
When you think that steel's only worth 44. So I'm guessing at the moment nobody's going to be producing steel.
Nobody's
going to be like close to 300 when you take into the power spent to make something that's then worth 44.
You can totally tell Cubis here. Mr. Cubis got the game, especially that he has an Offworld. He just bought me and I gave him an Offworld market. What does not transfer is if someone has Patent Lab and they bought patents do not transfer, and you cannot reproduce them. I don't know if that makes sense.
It does, yes. For instance, if I would have bought teleportation, buying me out would not get you teleportation.
Correct.
Yep.
So, yeah. For sure. Do you want to go into another game?
Oh, we can do. I was wondering how long it's going to take Mr. Cubits to buy out... Is it Chrome? Is it Chrome? I'm terrible at pronouncing names.
It's going to take him a while. He has to buy all of his shares first.
Right, then we'll probably pop out and jump in straight into another game then. If you had to bet, though, who would you say has got this one?
Cubis.
But it's just more like a grinding through now to make sure that he does beat him.
Well, I mean, first of all, he has an off-world market. And I don't know why it's not showing that he has it. He does have it.
I can see it. I've got it right in the center of my screen right now. It's working. Actually, it's paused. The game's paused.
Is it?
Yeah, the day counter, it's still 10:30 on day 6.
I wonder why.
Wait, Cubits did say GG, so has Zekrom left? Are we the only ones here now?
I have no idea what happened.
I think definitely on that we'll leave it, and I'll put a cut in for YouTube. So, ladies and gentlemen of the YouTube, as always, I would like to thank you for watching. Unfortunately, though, I'm going to have to say goodbye. Goodbye.